Good morning, Focus family. Today is Tuesday, day 3 of the Contagion by my count, but it's a stupid count because it's been around for months in our world. And today's little encouragement is how valuable you are, how valuable we are. And this is the continuation of the story of John the Baptist. Yesterday we looked at the qualifications of Jesus, how he healed diseases and plagues and evil spirits and cured the blind, and lame walked, and lepers were healed, deaf were given hearing, dead were raised up, and the poor were given good news. And then we learned about the offense of the gospel, and blessed is the one who is not offended by me. So we're going to continue that story in Luke chapter 7 and learn about our value in comparison to John the Baptist. Just a short little lesson, verse 24, 7:24, Luke 7:24. When John's messengers had gone, Jesus began to speak to the crowds concerning John. Jesus says about them, "What did you go out to the wilderness to see? A reed shaken by the wind? What then did you go out to see? A man dressed up in soft clothing? Behold, those who are dressed in splendid clothing and live in luxury are in king's courts. What then did you go out to see? A prophet? Yes, I tell you, and more than a prophet. It is he of whom is written, Behold, I send my messenger before your face, who will prepare your way before you. I tell you, among those born of women, none is greater than John. Yet the one who is least in the kingdom of God is greater than he." So just a couple of observations. They're trying to figure out this introduction of the Old Covenant and the New Covenant, and John is the person that kind of stands with one foot in both. And he says to John's messengers, it's like, what did you go out to see? Somebody out in the wilderness who was weak, a reed that was shaken by the wind, or a man dressed in soft clothing, a weak person, a person in poverty, or somebody in splendid clothing, a super wealthy person. And then he asks the question rhetorically, a prophet? And he says, yep, John the Baptist was a prophet, but not just any prophet. He is the prophet that was prophesied in Malachi chapter 3 that ushers in Jesus' kingdom. So he is a really important prophet. Of interest, he I don't know, he adds to the Malachi passage. The Malachi passage says, "Behold, I send my messenger who will prepare your way before you." And then Jesus says, "Behold, I send my messenger before your face." I like that part. So right in front of you, you have to do something about it. Okay, so here's the part that I wanted to get to today. Verse 28, I tell you, among those born of women, none is greater than John. Remember 2 days ago, we marveled at Jesus marveling at the centurion. So this Gentile person sort of knocked Jesus' socks off with his faith. And now in verse 28, he says, John the Baptist is the best guy on the planet. The greatest man on earth is John the Baptist, of the old kingdom. And then he says, but yet the one who is least in the kingdom of God is greater than he. So he's saying, I'm ushering in a new kingdom, and the least person in this new kingdom gets benefits that are so great, they surpass even the greatness of John the Baptist. So they say that when a person immigrates to the United States, he gets $600,000 of benefits just by setting foot on our soil. Electrical system that works, power lines, public buildings, roads that work, much less all the intangible benefits of a non-corrupt government and non-corrupt banking system and economic system that generally functions relatively well. So talking about that, the value of the person who is the least in the kingdom of God, the benefits we get just by sticking our pinky toe into the kingdom of God is greater than this great man of John the Baptist. So in this moment of contagion, know that the Lord continues to value us, those people that are his own. He also has a heart for the people that aren't in the kingdom, which is not exactly part of today's lesson. So I encourage you this day. I bless you all. I hope to talk to you soon, Lord willing.